Welcome to Passion for Books. My name is Kim. Today I'm bringing you a review of the book Zom-B by Darren Shan. So I gotten some notes written down a little bit, but not a great deal, just kind of some talking points to help keep me on track because I felt like my last couple of reviews have been a little bit scatterbrain-ish, sort of, so hopefully this will help me stay on track while reviewing this book. So overall, I rated this book, hopefully I'm not putting myself in shadows, so we'll shift a little bit. So overall, I rated Zom-B, which is the first book of the series, as 2.5 to 3 stars. And that's probably one of my lowest rated books that I've done in a really long while. Most books I really do get on with, but this particular book had a lot of issues for me. Again, to me, book reviews are subjective, so what I might not like, you guys might actually like yourselves. So, but for me, 2.5, maybe 3 stars. All right. So there were quite a little bit of plot issues going on. It starts off really good. It catches your attention. It's very fast-paced in the prologue, though it's not labeled a prologue, but it is a prologue, so that was kind of an interesting take. So it introduces you to a zombie outbreak in Ireland in a small, out-of-the-way town. And it really goes in. It's what you expect out of a zombie book. Very gruesome killings of, parent to parent, parent to child, child to parent, child to sibling, and all of those types of things, which is what you would expect out of a zombie book. Okay with that? Gruesome, but okay. Then, after the prologue, or introduction to this book, the plot comes to a screeching halt in England. I don't know if it was in London. I don't know if it specifically said if it was in London. But it comes to complete halt. You're introduced to one of your characters called B, which is your main character, and that's pretty much all you know. And again, the rest of the book, it's very, very slow paced. It goes around B's normal everyday life. I think it lasts all of maybe a week long in this 174 pages, about a week long in the life of B. And it was so grindingly slow about everything. You're introduced to his friends and their lives, and them going out, oh, this is in Ireland, it's a hoax, it's a this, it's a that, typical teenage kind of mindset when problems are taking place. And it doesn't really pick up until probably, I would say, the last 20 or so pages of this book. And then it takes off again, through everything that happens at the school and all of that. So the first few pages and the last 20 pages, about the best parts of the book, in my opinion, with the character being some trigger warnings, definitely all over this book. This character is both a victim and witness of domestic violence. This character's home life is extremely violent. It tries to play, tries to keep the dad on an even keel, though it's like walking a type wire and all that type of thing. And this is where a lot of the problems come in. Not only is it a slow-paced going book, but this character B reads like a male character. Throughout the whole thing, reads like a male character. Again, probably last 3 or 4 pages. Surprise! The main character is actually female. I don't know why the author just did not end out the story with it just being a male character. I did not pick up, if there was anything in this book that would suggest it was a female character, I didn't pick up on it. I don't think a young adult would probably pick up on it. The haircut, the hairstyle, the clothing, the mannerisms, the thought processes, everything was male oriented. it was just so weird, so out there why the author chose to do that. So that was a huge problem for me. You know, thinking this character is one way, this is what this character is, and then bam, like I said, the last few pages of the book, oh, by the way, everything you thought was not true. It's a female character. I was so confused when the dad came in to save the child. I'm here for my daughter. I'm thinking, who is the daughter? Yes, and the daughter's name was Becky, but goes by B. Don't know. So that was a huge problem I had with the book. You know, just going in thinking it's one thing and then completely 100% something else. And the last things I want to touch on with this book are some things that you will definitely see throughout this book. Definitely, which can also be some trigger warnings, domestic violence is heavily prevalent in the actions towards the mother, and then the child trying to, you know, turn the attention away from the parent, the other parent trying to keep the dad again on an even happy keel. That's sometimes successful, sometimes not. So B is also experiences the violence, trying to protect the mother. Another huge thing with this book is racism, just how prevalent actually is in a different country. That was a different way of reading. Similar problems to here, was it being experienced there, or at least being written about as if it was going on over there as well. So that's huge. So, racism is a big trigger for you guys. I would not read up on this book. Survival at all costs. B does a lot of horrible things to survive. And the final act, again, was to please the father in order to survive. It was gruesome. Which B then, of course, regrets. Parent approval. We all, or majority of people, grow up wanting to please our parents, get their approval. So that is heavily prevalent in here. In this case, it's more in the negative, unfortunately. Trying to walk the balance of being what the father wants, which is kind of like a bigot and a racist. And then trying to be who B really wants to be, who is friends with everybody, or with at least their multicultural group of people. So it's a balancing act and whatnot. And then, of course, you know, trying to discover who they want to be, you know, the type of person they want to be, and that type of thing. So those are some things that are very heavily prevalent in this 174 page book. Again, this is not a series that I want to continue. This is the first, and it left kind of a bad taste in my mouth. Just the way it was written, some of the things that did pop up were kind of some triggers for me. Did not know that going into the book, but I just do not want to continue on with this series just based off of what I discovered with this book. Alright, so I hope that you have enjoyed today's review of Zom-B by Darren Shan. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, click on the subscribe button. Welcome, and thank you for watching this video. If you're returning subscribers, thank you for supporting my channel. I'm glad that you've come back to see another review video. And please make sure everyone to click on the notification bell to make sure that you are notified with all of my future content that I do upload. But until my next video, I hope you have a good one. Bye!